Well, the canning season has definitely started, and I got tomatoes that are starting to pile up, so I'll have to go with them pretty soon. So I ran into town this morning and filled a couple of propane tanks, because I like to use that Camp Chef stove for cooking, for the canning. You know, it works good and it's easily controllable. And I also filled my jerry cans of gas for the M37 here. You know, I don't like to fill up in town. Well, I filled up and then I fill my cans and I'm good for a while. But I went to the grocery store, get a few things. But here I ran into the bargain that I can never pass up. You know, they get their ground beef in fresh. It's not frozen. And there is a sell-by date. And if it isn't sold by a certain date, then they put it in the freezer. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that as fresh meat, you can only keep it for so long. Then it has to be frozen. But when they put it in the freezer, they knock it down to half price. So I always kind of keep my eye on, you know, like one of the first places I look at when I go in the store. Okay, what's in the freezer? So I got 10 pounds of ground beef at a little over $2 a pound. Just a couple cents over $2. And I bought 10 of them. Now I'll brown that and I'll can that up. So I did buy more pint jars because a pound of ground beef easily fits in a pint jar. They'll usually hold a little more. So I figure 10, I'll probably have 8 pints. But now when you figure a little over $2 a pound compared to what ground beef can be, as we have seen just a little while ago, it's good to have on hand. You know, it's not that much work to can it. It takes a pressure canner, but it works good for like in chili and the spaghetti and stuff like that, to have the ground beef already canned. It's already browned, so it's very easy to make something. You know, you can throw together a meal very quickly. So I'm going to go at that today, and then whatever, you know, you always end up with an odd amount, and whatever is the odd amount, well, I'll have something for dinner with ground beef for sure. And in my thrifty shopping, they have this shelf of stuff that has, you know, odds and ends that they mark down. Well, here they had this whole box of these 100 grand candy bars. Now, these are like my favorite candy bar, but also there isn't anything, like if you got something that's got peanuts in it, they can get old, stuff like that. But these, I can't see it. You know, the only thing that could kill these if these were sitting out in the sun, and you get the chocolate, you would melting, and they would do that bloom kind of thing. But like here, the sell-by date, 3rd of March, 2021. You know, so these have got a long way to go before they're anywhere near their sell-by. You know, they're a good candy bar. Like I say, they're my favorite candy bar, and absolutely nothing wrong with them. You know, so I got a box full. I don't eat a lot of candy bars, but this is what I like if I'm going to eat one. Now I'm well stocked. But that's just a matter of being thrifty. You know, but that ground beef is just a good thing to have on hand. You know, and it's not that tough to can. And using a pressure canner, it's very efficient. You don't use a lot of propane because once you get the steam, the pressure built up, you turn the temperature way down, you know, to maintain the pressure. It isn't like a boiling, like if you do the boiling bath canner for tomatoes or something, well, it's got to boil all the time. Once you get pressure up, you don't need to keep the pressure up. You know, it doesn't take much heat, so they're very efficient. But that's my job for this morning, and whatever's left over, that'll be dinner. And I got to get these candy bars into a place where they can keep them cool and out of the sun. But I got a lot of cooking to do here. Gonna get my biggest kettle out. Well, I got 8 pints of ground beef in the canner, which is where it will comfortably fit in them cans. So I was pretty close there. And then, you know, guessing 8 pints to 10 pounds, you know. But there was almost another pint left over. So I'm brewing up a batch of chili here. I actually made use of, I have tomatoes that were getting ripe, but I made use of them. And an onion and some of my green peppers. But the kidney beans, those are store-bought. But if my kidney bean crop turns out, I can put an end to that. But this is going to be good. But, you know, I just got to wait till this thing is ready to shut down. Takes like an hour and a quarter total. But I'm coming into the home stretch here. And the chili will be ready then. So, all in all, a very productive day. Get a full belly, take a nap. Sounds good.